Good evening and welcome to the NOBARC N1 ISB 91 Newcomers Roundtable, which meets every first and third Monday evening at or about 7:30 p.m. on this repeater. The purpose of the roundtable is to welcome newly licensed and newly upgraded hams to the VHF portion of the spectrum and to enable them to meet with each other and with more experienced hams for the purposes of asking or answering questions, exchanging information, and building friendships. Please remember we are going to go in order. If you have comments to something that was said, please write them down so you can note them, and then when we come around to you, you may put those comments over. Your moderator this evening is Kilo Delta 2 Juliet Kilo Victor. I am in Albany, and my name is Peter. At this time, do we have any check-ins for the Newcomers Roundtable?
I'll give you a check-in, but I'm kind of out of range. N1 NHT. Jason, I am in Newington, Connecticut. Back to net.
This is KC1NBD, Scott in Belchertown. Good evening.
Here is Whiskey Alpha 1, Mike Indigo Uniform, Indian Schenectady. Good evening.
Three on the first go around. That recognizes N1 NHT, Jason, KC1 NBD, Scott, and WA1 MIU, Andy. Jason, I hope you're still in range. You get to start us off. NHT, Jason, are you still with us? You think Jason's out of range, so we'll move down to KC1 NBD, Scott. Go ahead and kick us off in the Newcomers Roundtable.
Oh, thank you, and good evening. I had a couple of questions, but I was listening to the net that was earlier here, the emergency net, or the Massachusetts emergency net. A couple of those questions got answered as to what frequencies to listen on HF for information about the hurricane. And I got the frequencies both on 20 and 40 that they put out, so that was basically going to be my question for tonight. And the other question is, how long am I a newbie? I don't know. Let me see. I just got the licenses starting in June, so it hasn't been that long. KC1NBD, back to net.
Well, that would consider a newbie. I've been licensed for just over a year, and I think I'm still a newbie. I think it's a couple of years before you graduate from newbie land. Also, as far as the weather goes in the hurricane, if things get bad in Berkshire County in western Massachusetts, WA1ZHM is the EC of Skywarn, and he will activate the Skywarn net on this repeater if need be. So there's some more information for you. Anything else for us, Scott?
That's about it at the moment. That's what's been consuming some of my time on HF, digging around, listening to a couple of contacts, one in Port-au-Prince and one in Puerto Rico. Now, that was last night, but tonight I don't hear anything out of Haiti so far.
10 was open today, just tonight a little bit. I got a couple of contacts in Puerto Rico, so it doesn't sound like they're too busy boarding up there. There was actually a few contacts in Puerto Rico, but I only was able to make a couple of them. Okay, Scott, we'll break with you, and we'll check for any more check-ins. Check-ins for the newcomers roundtable.
November, Charlie, Uniform, Brett, Bravo Romeo, Echo, Tango, Warrensburg, New York.
Okay, Brett, I got your last three. I need your prefix for your call.
Kilo 6.
Okay, Kilo 6, NCU. Brett, we got you in there. Do we have any further check-ins for the newcomers roundtable? We'll go up to Andy, WA1MIU. Go ahead, comments, questions.
Comment, question, that's all I have. No, just kidding. WA1MIU, Schenectady, New York. The name is Andy Alpha November Delta Yankee. Welcome to all the newcomers to the net, and I hope everything is well with you and everyone listening, scanner listeners, and not really much to report here, but just playing a little bit of radio tonight. I do not have HS at the moment, but hopefully soon. And don't know when, but hopefully it'll be soon. We'll see what Santa Claus brings this year. Anyway, back to net, WA1MIU.
Okay, Andy, thank you, WA1MIU. We'll break with you. We'll go to KK6, NCU. Brett, you're a little bit scratchy into the machine, but go ahead and comments, questions.
Thank you, Peter, and good evening to everybody. Just comments. I got to meet up with Ernie, WA1AES, in Warrensburg, yard sale. That was a fun thing to do. And also got to visit with the ARRL in Newington back in September on the 27th. Made my first overseas contact with a special event in Spain. Boy, that was interesting. Back to that. AK-67.
KD2JKV. All right, Charles, hold on just a minute. Hey, yeah, Brett, I'm jelly. I haven't been over to W1AW and the ARRL headquarters yet, so that's on my to-do list. And yeah, I met Ernie at the No Bar Cam Fest. We talked for a little bit. It was nice to put names or faces to the names that you hear on the radio every day. That was a great time there at the No Bar Cam Fest, and a great time yesterday. Thank you, Bruce N1YCW, for bringing me over to Massachusetts. To let me help out with that parade. That was a great time. Had some fun yesterday morning there. Okay, so we'll break with you, Brett, and we'll move on to Charles, KD2HAP. Go ahead, Charles.
This is the Ground Roundtable thing. Good evening, guys. K2HAP, name's Charles, Wingfield, New York. Just turned up the radio, and I heard you guys doing that. So good evening. Back to Matt, I think.
Hey, Charles, good to have you with us. This is the K1FFK No Bark N1 ISB Roundtable. Do we have any other check-ins tonight?
Here is November 1, Sierra Alpha Victor.
This is Whiskey 1 Tango Tango Tango, Dave in Hancock, Mass. And I'm just going to be listening tonight, unless something else interesting comes up. W1TTT.
Okay, net recognizes N1SAV. Jeff, it's been a while. I haven't heard you too much on 2 meters or on the HF net for a while. So nice to have you in here, Jeff. And W1TTT, Dave, you got to come in once or twice and throw your 2 cents in there. That's what this is all about. So we'll go up to Jeff, N1SAV, in the Newcomers Roundtable. Take it away, Jeff. Your turn.
Okay, Peter, thanks for picking me up there. I am at work, and I just figured I'd check in just to say hello, and I didn't keep me in the rotation, and when I come up, give me a shout. If I'm not busy doing something else, I will come back to you, but we will be listening. As far as the HF net, I know which one you're talking about there. I'm just not able. I'm where I'm at work, so I can't possibly. But I try to get in there on the weekends, but it doesn't seem like too many people are there. So I scoot around the bands there and see what else is going on. But I just wanted to say hello and give me a shout again in the rotation. If I'm right here, I'll jump in. If not, maybe next time around. KD2JKV and 1SAV, Newcomers Roundtable.
N1SAV, thank you. Yeah, we should talk to I can't even think of his name, FKW, and see if we can't move that, extend that for the weekends. I do the net control tomorrow night, Tuesday nights. We're talking about the fabulous, the wonderful Maine potato net on 3950. What is it? So 3950, 3945. Yeah, 3950 kilohertz or megahertz. The fabulous Maine potato net starts at 7 o'clock. We'll go down to Dave. W1, the TTT. Guys, throw your 2 cents here into the mix, Dave. Go ahead. I guess he doesn't have anything for us, so we'll move on. Look for more check-ins for the N1 ISB Newcomers Roundtable right here on the Mountain Greylock K1FFK repeater. Any more check-ins?
This is Kilo Charlie 1, Foxtrot Lima November, Carl in Lee, Massachusetts, battery power.
It recognizes KC1FLN. Carl, you're just in time. Your turn. What do you got for us tonight?
I just had a question concerning the storm. I heard earlier about the 2 meter frequency, and I think it was a 70 centimeter frequency. And my question is, I'm going to be out of town. I'm actually going to be down south this weekend. And I was wondering if there was anywhere I could get in on Echo Link and listen to what's going on up here. I didn't know if there was any local repeaters that support Echo Link, where I might be able to hear the news.
I know this repeater doesn't have Echo Link on it. There's a couple of, I forgot to write them down earlier, but I think someone's got the HF frequencies. If you can get on HF while you're gone. But yeah, if things go bad, knock on wood, in Western Massachusetts, WA1ZHM is the EC for Skywarn for Berkshire County. He would probably commandeer the repeater for Skywarn, but I'm not sure. I do not think that we have an Echo Link on the K1FFK repeater. But as we go around, whoever has those HF frequencies, if you could put them over, and I'll write them down this time when we go back up through the list. So stick around, Carl, and then maybe we can get somebody to help you out there. Do we have any more check-ins for the newcomers roundtable?
And one QOV comment.
That recognizes N1QOV, and you're just in time. Go ahead, Obi.
Okay, N1QOV, Obi, and pet still running commercial power. Ding. If the crap hits the fan, I'll probably be recording whatever's happening on 9.1 or elsewhere HF. My usual places on Ustream or YouTube. My call sign at whatever. Google it and I'll be there. N1 and QOV, back tonight.
All right, thank you, Obi. Do we have any further check-ins for the newcomers roundtable? All right, nothing heard, so we'll go back up to the top of the list and see if Jason's back where he can get to us. N1 NHT. Jason, you have anything for us here?
November 1, no hotel, mobile, in the area of Hartford, Connecticut. I've lost crackies on my end because of my being mobile, and I don't know if it was topic. Nothing except some guy jumped in the car at me earlier today, and flailing his arms around. I know what he was saying. I stayed strapped into my truck. Until I reviewed my dash cam later, I think he was trying to tell me he hit me. I have no idea. If someone hit the back of my 18-wheeler, I probably would never have known about it anyways. But I got really nothing for the round table. 2.5 years ham. It's really all I got. 10 meters is kind of poking its head through on my 10-meter radio. I'm getting squawks here and there, but nothing solid. Back to net, N1 NHT.
Jason, you started out scratchy, and then you really came up almost full quieting, so you must be in a nice sweet spot. Hopefully you'll have that spot next time we come around to you. We'll move on to Scott, KC1NBD. Scott, go ahead.
KC1NBD, thanks a lot. I'm sorry, I don't have very much to contribute tonight. I was going to listen to what was being said and learn something maybe. But I'm a pretty happy guy with the way things have worked out so far between the rigs for 2 meters and my HF setup. And I got a lot of the suggestions from here before I did these things, or set up the antennas and whatever. And it's all working perfectly. So I keep coming back here for maybe some secret bit of information I don't know yet. But I'm grateful to get those frequencies that I've been hearing, and I think that's what I'm going to be checking out the next few days. I'm going to say 73s, and thanks for letting me in. And this is KC1NBD, and I'll be around on the next time you have this in a couple of weeks, I think.
Okay, Scott, thanks for joining us. Yes, the first and third Mondays of each month, the Newcomers Roundtable. Thanks for joining us, Scott, 73. We'll move on to Andy, WA1MIU. Go ahead, Andy.
You finally got it right. After all these years, you finally got that call right. Aye. WA1MIU, good evening. Nope, nothing further to say, except again, good evening to the newcomers. And sorry I don't have much to contribute, but I'll be in the listening mode. So, Peter, take me off the list, but I'll be here listening. WA1MIU.
WA1MIU. You only had this call sign a couple of months, Andy. We all got used to KD2JKV, and you had to go and switch up on us. It's all right. We got this. Thanks, Andy, for joining us. KK6 NCU. in the Newcomers Roundtable.
The antenna cable was a little weak down there.
All right, Brett, try that again. You kind of broke up.
Yeah, I thought it might be a little better after I tightened the antenna cable, but I guess not. So I'm going to listen on from here and send it back to you.
That one was actually better. He's still scratchy, but at least we copied every word this time. So whatever you're doing, it's getting better there. Thank you. We'll kind of see what happens when we come back around to you next time around. Charles, KD2JKV, go ahead, your turn.
KD2JKV, Charles. I don't go to bed at 9 o'clock. My show don't come on at 9, so I figured to come in and do the roundtable. And I'm just sitting here and in the shack, Poppy went to bed, and as we're going, Peter, if I tell you I'm writing down call signs, put some in my wallet just to, so I don't lose them. So I'm writing call signs as we go. I think that's it for ham radio. Like I say, I'm 16, 2 years in the hobby, and excited to have my license. But Kilo Delta 2, Hotel Alpha Papa, back to Newcomers Round.
All right, Charles. Good to have you in here tonight. And we'll break with you, and we'll go to Jeff. N1 SAC. Jeff, go ahead. Jeff got busy. So we'll move on to Dave. I know he's listening. See if there's anything he wants to put in there tonight. W1TTT. Dave, wait, you have anything for us?
A quick question for you. What frequencies were you looking for? Was that the hurricane watch frequencies?
They put them over during the Western Mass Emergency Net, and I didn't write them down. So if you have them, I can write them down. We can pass them along as we need.
Okay, I am a races operator and I do listen. The 20-meter one is 14,325. The 40-meter one is 7.268, lower sideband.
Okay, thank you, Dave. I got them written down, so if anybody needs them, once the storm's coming up, I have them. Thank you, Dave, for that. Anything else you want to put in there for us?
Actually, yeah, I guess I could. For those that might be interested in either building go kits or whatever, maybe take a look online for the TRC ones, which I just happen to purchase 3 of them. Hopefully they'll be in a day or two, but they're a nice little unit from what I can see that allows you to carry one radio in each unit, and they stack and do this, that, and the other thing. So it's a nice little neat package for putting together Go radios, W1TTT back to that.
Okay, Dave, thank you. So I wish my buddy KC1BYD Rich was here. He's actually building a Go kit. He's been posting pictures of it on Facebook, and it's starting to look really, really good. And I wish he would pop in here and give us an update. So, Rich, if you're listening, check in. We'll move on to Carl, KC1FLN. Carl, what do you got for us?
Well, I don't have anything really to add. I was just curious about that about the Echo link. So that's all. I don't really have anything to add to that now. KC1FLN, back to Matt.
Yeah, OB records anything that happens on the 9-1, puts it up on Ustream, puts it up on his Facebook page. So you can check in there. It'll be at his call sign, N1QOV. Look up Ustream or look up OB in his Facebook page. And he has all the recordings, all the traffic nets, all the emergency nets. And then if the Skywarn, if John activates Skywarn, he'll record that and put that up on the page too. So check in with that. We'll break a few. And speaking of which, N1, the QOV, Obi, what do you got for us, Obi?
A ring-a-ding-ding-ding. What do we got here? The Sunday Morning Western Mass Emergency Net HF 3.944. John, the main chief cook and bottle washer, W1JWN, is looking for net controls, alternate net controls. To do that, not every once in a while, as a regular once in a while, or as a backup when needed. You can get a hold of John, W1JWN, I guess he's good in the book for the email. And also they have the Western Mass Emergency Net Facebook group page. You can get all the pertinent junk, the preamble, and who does what to who, right on the Facebook page, Western Mass Emergency Net. Also, as Dave mentioned, the Hurricane Net, you can find that on the internet, hwn.org. HotelWhiskeyNovember.org on the internet. I guess they listed what Cuba's doing there on their frequency in Cuba. I guess they're going to get hammered or are getting hammered. Anyway, currently in Pittsfield, 60 degrees, overcast. Looks like it might rain, might not, who knows. But anyway, what are you talking here? Yeah, it's getting into fall weather. Nothing further here now. Back to Ned and N1QOV.
KOV, thank you, N1QOV. This is the K1FFK, No Bark 9N1 ISB Newcomers Roundtable, your moderator for this evening, Kilo Delta 2, Juliet Kilo Victor. My name is Peter, and I'm coming to you live from downtown Albany. Do we have any further check-ins? Okay, nothing heard. Go back up to the top and hope he still has the sweet spot. Jason, N1NHT. Go ahead, Jason.
Coming to you live, this is N1NHT, now in Enfield, Connecticut. You doing the Nets, Pete? Always bring a smile to my face. You know, I really don't have anything right now. Yeah, sorry, I got nothing at the moment. Just paying attention to the road at the moment. So, until next go around, N1 and HT.
We should make Jason the official traffic reporter for the K1FFK repeater. He's always on the road. He can always give us traffic reports. He can do the little helicopter sound and him coming over there. Yeah, this is what it looks like on the Berkshire Spur at the moment. So there's something to think about, Jason, as we come back around. Thank you for being here. KK6NCU, Brett, go ahead. Your turn in the Newcomers Roundtable.
Okay, thank you. I hate to have to shout into the microphone, but maybe this is a little bit better. And I'm just going to hand it back to you. Keep listening. It's great to be here. Thank you, everyone. KK6.
Yeah, I know you got to scream into the microphone. Actually, sounds a little bit better. You're scratchy, but we can all make you out now, so that's pretty good. KK6NCU, thank you. We'll go up to Charles, KD2JKV. What do you have for us, Charles?
Oh, not much. I was just on QRZ. Well, I'm here now, and I'm looking at KK6NCU, and I see a picture of W1AW in the background. I should go there one day. It'd be nice to go there. Right, Peter? But anyway, not much, playing ham radio and watching, listening for a few minutes, and I have to go right back to bed. So back to newcomers, KD2JKV.
Hey, keeps eluding me. W1AW. Gotta go. Gotta work from that station. Jeff was busy before, so let's see if he's on. If we can get him on the radio here. N1 SAV. Jeff, are you here with us?
I am N1 SAV. I think I might have missed the last go around, but you know, gotta do what I gotta do. Anyway, on that main potato net there, that's on 3.958 megahertz on the 80 meter band, 75, 80 meters. Sometimes we slide it down to half KC to 57.5 to cue those up on 60. But anyway, there we are. Sorry about that. I almost dropped the radio. Anyway, we used to have a net on the weekends there. There used to be a net control. His first name escapes me, but I think his call was N2KPC. And he also moderates the 10-tech net, which is actually on at 8 o'clock on Saturdays, I believe it is. But anyway, we used to have a net on the weekends there. We just haven't had a net control operator. So I don't know, maybe between me and you, Peter, maybe we can get that fired back up again. We'll run it across to Bob and 2FKW and see what he has to say about it. Let me drop. Anyway, see what he's got to say about it. I think he'll agree that we can go ahead and run one there. But every once in a while, some of the guys show up. But hey, anybody who's listening who's got general privileges, 80 meters, 3.958 megahertz, 7 p.m. weeknights. It's a great net, beautiful bunch of guys. It's just a general rag chew. The only things that we don't discuss are politics and religion. Other than that, everything else is okay. So with that, I'll send it back to Net. KD2JKV, N1SAV.
N1SAV, KD2JKV. Thank you. Yeah, we can bring it up to Bob and 2FKW. Between me and you, we can figure out. You can grab a day. I can grab a day. You know, that's cool. And for those who want to join us Tuesday, you can hear my lovely voice on the main potato net at 7 o'clock. So join us on the main potato net, 7 p.m. on 3.598, and join the main potatoes that are down there. We got a few control operators, and they all do a good job. You got me on Tuesday, Bob Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and George N2UIO on Thursday. So come on down and join us. Thank you, Jeff. We'll come back around to you again. I know Dave is listening. I wonder if he has anything he wants to put in there. W1TTT. Dave, do you have anything for us?
Yeah, probably just a quick question, and it's probably going to sound like a stupid one, but the nets you're talking about there on the 80 meters, is that upper or lower sideband?
Lower side, Dave.
That's lower. We use lower sideband for the nets. Go ahead, Jeff.
Oh, no, I was just saying there was a lower sideband there, Dave. 3.958. 7 p.m. weeknights. One SAV back to Net.
Okay, now I got two conflicting numbers here, so I'm going to ask one more time for the frequency, because our net control says 3.598, and you're saying 3.958. So which is?
That's correct. 3.958. 3.958.
Yes, ignore net control. He wrote it down backwards.
Check on HF a little bit and see what's going on there. We should be motoring home here probably in another day or two, and then I'll try setting up a station there at the house. W1TTT, back to Net.
Yeah, sorry, Dave. Net control got a little dyslexic there. It's 3.958, and we usually move up to 3.9575 because of there's QSOs go down on 3.9560 or whatever that is. So we sometimes we bump it up to the other one there. But it's 3958. If net control stops getting dyslexic, he might be able to get these numbers out. So sorry about that, Dave. Thank you. KC1FLN. Carl, go ahead.
Dad, I'd just like to thank N1QOV for putting up those videos, and I will be checking those out most likely while I'm away. Other than that, I really have nothing to share. I appreciate the net, and KC1FLN, back to net.
Hey, KC1FLN, thank you. We go to the master, the one, the only, November 1, Quebec, Oscar, Victor, N1QOV. Ovi, go ahead.
What a lead in 3, 2, 1. Great. Anyway, you're doing great with the nuts and stuff. I have been listening around to the other repeaters lately. I know there used to be a This Week in Amateur Radio, I think over on one of the two-land repeaters. That might be something you might be interested in, Peter. This Week in Amateur Radio. They're both on Facebook and Twitter, and the website, thisweekinamateurradio.org, for further information. Back to net, N1QOV.
Yeah, with This Week in Amateur Radio, it's on the 19 repeater. Was it 146? Either 145.19 or 146.19. It's a nice little show. It's about an hour and a half. I know that the people who put that show together, and I listen in every once in a while to that. So I have it in the HT by the 19. So it's either 145 or 146.19. K2CE or K2CT repeater in Albany. That's where it is. Thank you, Obi. Do we have any more check-ins for the N1 ISB Newcomers Roundtable?
And you a comment?
And Andy, we'll get to your comment in just a couple of minutes here.
KD2FNT, Dominic down in Hudson. How you doing, Peter?
One more time.
KD2FNT, Dominic down in Hudson.
Dominic, KD2FNT, welcome to the Fabulous Newcomers Roundtable. Go ahead, what do you got for us?
Nothing much. I'm really a newcomer. I just happened to turn the station on, so give me a little detail.
This is the NOBARD K1SFK N1 ISB Newcomers Roundtable, where newly upgraded hams and new hams can get together with the older hams and learn some stuff, make some friends, and have a good time for a couple of hours tonight here on the first and third Mondays of every month. Also, I don't know if you've been on the K1SFK repeater, but we have at 10 a.m. and 1 p.m. we have our traffic nets. You can feel free to check into those 7 days a week, 10 a.m. and 1 p.m. if that helps you out too.
Thank you. I'm just going to be listening to the side right now. I don't have as much energy right now as you, Peter, but you go for it, and I'll be listening.
These things are fun. You should hear me on the main potato net. I'm calm compared to what I do on HF on the potato net. Thank you. We'll take one more call for check-ins to the wonderful Newcomers Roundtable. Okay, nothing heard. So we'll go back up to the top for our Connecticut traffic reports from N1 NHT. Go ahead, Jason.
This is November 1, November Hotel Tango, and the K1SFK copter. Announcing about annoying. Traffic's good. Yeah, I really got nothing. Again, I'm getting ready to get off 91, merge onto 90, heading west back into it, New York. I got nothing until next time. N1 MHT.
Hey, Jason, thank you for that. I like the copter sound effect. That was really cool. All right, Andy, WA1MIU, go ahead with your comment.
Yes, thank you. If I get a hold of the mic here, I fumbled it. I couldn't get a hold of it. W1MIU returning the this week in amateur radio is on the 145 19 repeater, 145 19 repeater, negative offset, PL of 103.5, I believe. That's one on the first, I believe, Saturday of every Saturday night at 9 p.m. is the this weekend amateur radio on the 145 190 repeater. It's at 9 p.m. in the evening. Usually goes for about 80 minutes, about an hour and a half, maybe two, depending on how long the shows are. You will hear a station with the call sign W2XBS, Whiskey 2, Sierra Bravo X-Ray, XBS, X-Ray Bravo Sierra. I'm sorry. He is the moderator of that show, so will be putting that over the air. The PL will be turned off so that the show can continue without timing out the repeater. From time to time, he will pause and let the repeater reset and then continue on. So just is pretty much the format. WA1MIU, back to that.
Okay, thank you, Andy. There you go. We should do something like that here on the K1 FFK Mountain Greylock repeater. All right, I'll go to break with you and go to KK6 NCU. Brett, what do you got for us, Brett?
Okay, I'm going to shout into the side of the microphone. Hope I can get everybody's attention here. I was given the distinct privilege of taking net control for the Warren County Amateur Radio Club ranking event last Thursday. My first time as net control, and I guess I did okay because a couple of people messed up. And I'll probably only get one more newcomer net before I head back to the land of the sick. And it's nice to be able to talk to Albany, even if I have to go through Massachusetts, because we got mountains in the way. I can't go straight there. So with that, I'll pass it back to Ned.
KK6NCU, thank you, Brett. No, you can't leave us. You must stay here. You must. Once you're here for good. You can never leave. Sound like the Hotel California there for a minute. All right, thank you, Brett. We'll break with you. We'll go to K2, KD2JKV. Charlie, go ahead. What do you got for us?
Okay, KD2JKV. Not much, Peter. Just, listening. I had the radio's on. I don't go to bed till 8:39. So I have a little while or 9 o'clock. Playing my AM radio tonight because I haven't been on. Well, I get on a lot. My birthday's in June 10th, so I'll be focusing up 3 years on it. So every day is another day of a hobby. I love it. It's fun. My grandfather wants to learn how to get this radio running. We're trying to get it turn on, but very exciting hobby. I really love it as a technician. KD2JKV, back to net.
If you think you love technician, when you get to general, then the fun really starts. Thank you, Charles. We'll take a break from you and we'll call for check-ins. Check-ins to the NOBARC N1 ISB Newcomers Roundtable. This is KD2JKV, your moderator for this evening. Do we have any check-ins? Okay, nothing heard. So we'll go to Jeff, N1SAV. Go ahead, Jeff, your turn.
Okay, Peter, N1SAV here. Well, not a heck of a lot more to add. I won't hold it there. Just one more addition on that main potato net there, just so people know the format. It's pretty much kind of done like the Newcomers Roundtable. That's exactly what it is. It's a round table. So when you check in, you get put on the list, and we go through the list in order of check-in there. So and it lasts about an hour. And that's how the format works on that. But it's a great net. Everybody should check into it. It's a really a wonderful net. So with that, I'll send it back to you, Peter. I got to run right now, as a matter of fact. N1SAV, back to that.
N1SAV, KD2JKV in the new. Almost said the main potato net in the Newcomers Roundtable. And there's one more rule: if you mention the four-letter word snow, you gotta go sit in the corner till your next time around on the main potato net. Hi. No, just kidding. Thank you, Jeff. We'll come back around to you. W1TTT, Dave. What do you have for us, Dave?
Absolutely nothing here. I'm getting a little busy here at the moment, so I'll be listening out. W1TTT.
Hey, Dave. I'll mark you as out. You got anything you want to toss in there? Just throw your call in there. We'll get you back in here. We'll break with you. KC1FLN. Carl, go ahead. Your turn.
Nothing to add at this time. Just listening in, seeing what I can learn. KC1FLN, back to net.
Okay, KC1FLN, thank you. And that brings us up to, here's Obi, N1QOV. Go ahead, Obi.
Oh, man. Anyway, yeah, that's what I was alluding to. Maybe talking to the powers that be, if you feel so inclined to do the This Week in Amateur Radio, it might be a go on 9-1. I'm not sure, but anyway. Probably the last thing I have this evening is a Hamfest flea market. The big one in the Northeast is coming up when? In 10 days, 12 hours, 42 minutes, and 32 seconds. You can find this on near-fest.com, nearfest.com. And when is it? The 10th. No, not the 10th. Where'd they put this? October 14th and 15th. Only 2 days this year. In Deerfield, New Hampshire. There's quite a layout there on the website. Nearfest.com. Back to net.
Okay, thank you, Obi, for that. We'll move on to Doug. Can't read my own writing. And KD2FNT. KD2FNT. Go ahead, your turn.
Thanks again, Peter. Hey, give me more information on the 145190. I wrote that down.
I gotta kind of look it up because it's been put in my machine. Let me go to repeater book real quick. Okay, whoops. Okay, it's K2CT, 145.190. It's got a minus offset. The PL tone is 103.5.
Received, thank you. And they meet, you said, every other Saturday?
I think it's every Saturday night at 9 p.m. It's here. I think when we come back around to Andy, he can fill you in more. I listen in once in a while, but I know the guys who put it together. So I think it's every Saturday night at 9 p.m.
Thank you very much. Back to you.
Okay, at this time we'll take a break. As you can tell, I've had way too much caffeine today. And any other check-ins for the N1 ISB Newcomers Roundtable? Rich would check in KC1BYD. Really want to have him put live update over about his go box he's putting together, but he doesn't want to check in. So we'll go back up to the top in the K1 SFK copter with N1 NHT. Jason, go ahead.
Alright, let's see if I can get through here. I'm on the dark side of the moon here, on the other side of Blackford Hill, where they're going from the repeater. But I've got OB Vision on Ustream. That's NCRT, and I'm on. And then it's area one word. And one UOV, and you can listen to the nets on Ustream. Looks like Obi's flicking his lights on and off, on and off, on and off in the video. But that's all I have right now is my Dutch N1 and
Thank you, Jason. I think your copter needs to boost up the power on its radio there. I know you're on the other side of the repeater. Andy, that's every week on the 1-9. You want to fill us in on the dates and times for the This Week in Amateur Radio?
Yes, ma'am. That is, sir. W1MIU. Yes, it's every Saturday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Time on the 145 1-9 repeater with a minus offset and a PL of 103.5. The PL 103.5 is turned off by the show moderator, who is George, and 2XBS, number 2 X-Ray Bravo Sierra, for the show to continue without timing out the repeater. From time to time, he will pause the show for the repeater to reset and ID. That's pretty much it. He has various people talking on there about various items related to amateur radio. So, and yes, they do have a Skywarn section on there also. With the, sometimes they may have the not advertising, but they'll mention the time and date for the Skywarn classes. Sometimes they'll announce that on there. That's pretty much it from here. W81MIU saying 73. Pierre, take it away.
WA1MIU, thank you, Andy. Always good for the information that I can't remember. Sorry, we keep you around. KK6, NCU, Brett. Go ahead, Brett, your turn.
Yeah, thank you. In addition to getting the visit Newington, Connecticut, is the ARRL, which radio station, Whiskey 1, Alpha Whiskey. That was a lot of fun. But before that, I got to go to the No Park Camp Fest. I guess I didn't get to meet any of you, but I was there and bought a couple of things. That was a lot of fun. Later that afternoon, we went up to Mount Greylock and some friends played on the HF radio there. I think I'm going to come back next summer, but I will be here in 2 weeks. And going for the general in
you. Yeah, I'm sorry I didn't meet you at the No Bar Camp Fest. I ran into everybody. I was hanging out with Jason there and WA1ZHM. Everybody else found me, so I don't know. Maybe next No Bar Camp Fest, if you're here, we'll run into each other. Thanks for being here. Enjoy your last 2 weeks in beautiful, beautiful northeast of the United States, New York State, and Massachusetts, and wherever you are. Charles, KD2JKV. Go ahead, your turn.
Oh, well, I'm going to get ready and sign off, guys. Like hearing you guys on here, Simon was their partnership and they were starting to start. But, yeah, I'm going to have her name tonight, and maybe next time, I can get a little later, but, that's it for now. Have a good evening, guys. Maybe I'll catch you around 4:30 tomorrow. 82 is square.
I also say 73 to you, and catch you tomorrow. I just saw Obi's taping this. This must be really sounding good on Obi Vision. So I'll have to watch it later. We'll take a break and see if there's any check-ins for the 91N1 ISB Newcomers Roundtable. This is Kilo Delta 2, Juliet Kilo Victor, your moderator for this evening. Do we have any check-ins? Check-ins. Okay, nothing heard, and our list is getting pretty thin here, so we'll finish off the list and maybe go around one more time, and then that should wrap it up. So let's go to, who's next on the list? Jeff, N1 SAV. Go ahead, Jeff.
Okay, Peter, I'm going to make this my final. I don't really have anything else to add. The battery on the radio is getting low, so I don't even know if I'm going to be able to make another time around here. I don't even have any bars left. So with that, I'm going to say 7 threes. Sounds like you had a pretty good net there, Peter. And we'll catch up with everybody again. Have a good night. And 7 threes tomorrow. And 1 SAV back to that.
All right, Jeff, 7-3. Yeah, let me know when you want to get together, and we'll talk to and to FKW about putting the net on the weekends. I can always use more nets, especially on HF. All right, Jeff, we'll talk to you later. KC1SLN. Carl, go ahead, your turn.
Well, again, I'm just here listening. Nothing really to add. I appreciate you taking the time to do this, Matt, and that's all I got. KC1SLN, back to Matt.
KC1SLN, thank you. Yeah, No Bark's been very, very good to me, and I try to repay them back any way I can. And now we go to, he should have his own show. We should give this guy his own show on cable. N1QOV. Obi, go ahead.
Okay, one parting shot. Bang, boom, bang, boom. And not being critical of anyone, but when giving out the frequencies of whatever, it'd be nice if people are going to give these out regularly to give out, instead of negative offset, exactly the frequency offset. A lot of newer people aren't familiar with how many to go down or up, so anyway, I've had a problem with that in the past myself. A handy hint from your Uncle Obi. Hey, see you guys next week, or next 2 weeks from now. N1QOV clear. And the recordings are going.
Obi, thank you. And for Uncle Obi, we will do this. For K2CT, the receive frequency is 145.190. The transmit frequency is 144.590. If anybody needs those frequencies, see me after net, and I will get them to you. Okay, thank you, Uncle Obi. And N1QOV, we'll say 73 to you. And we'll move down to KD2FNT. Go ahead, your turn.
Peter, for my first time, this has been very interesting. How often do you guys meet? Once a week, I believe you said, on this repeater. And with that, I'm going to be signing off. And thank you for letting me jump in. KD2 FNT clear.
Okay, KD2FNT. This roundtable meets the first and third Mondays. The first and third Mondays. Right here on the K1FFK Mountain Greylock repeater. So feel free to jump in there. I'm going to put out one more call for any latecomers that want to check in here. So last minute check-ins to the Newcomers Roundtable. Okay, nothing heard. And since we've been talking about the main potato net, we're going to finish it off just like the main potato net with our 73 round. And we don't do this much, but we're going to do it this time. So we'll go up to Copter 1 and Jason in the K1FFK Copter for one last time. Go ahead, Jason, give us a final.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do the copter sounds, and it sounds like someone's in the bunker. Those three tones are usually what sound when someone goes into the bunker where the repeater is. I am now west of Blandford. I'm out of the shadow. I'm back out of the copter into the 18-wheeler. Good net, Pete. You are the master of nets. I bow to you. You know where you can stick those post those frequencies, and so that they can be shared with one and all. Did we actually have any newbies on here? Anyone within like a month or two or 6? I'm just curious. That is all I have. Good net, Pete. Back to net. November 1, November Hotel Tango. Clear.
Dan 1 NHT KD2JKV. Thank you, Jason. Yeah, Danny said he was KD2FNT. That he was just got his license in June, so I think that qualifies. Okay, thank you, Jason. And then you can put the helicopter away now. You know how much the fuel costs to run that thing, and get back in your truck and get back to work. Thank you, Jason. We'll break with you, and we'll go to KK6 NCU. Brett, go ahead with the final for us.
Okay, it's been another fun night. I couldn't do it easier. I'd like to thank you and repeater owners and operators for having this event, and look forward to talking to y'all in a couple of weeks. Maybe even check in on how things are. So, good night to everybody. You listen for a little while, but otherwise,
Hey, KK6 NCU, thank you, and then join us back here on the third Monday of the month, and we'll do this again. I think Dave is still listening, so Dave, W1TTT, you want to give us a final, Dave? I think Dave is done. So KC1, FLN, Carl, you're last on the list tonight. So go ahead with your final. KC1, FLN, are you there? Okay, guess he poofed out too. So I'm glad y'all had fun tonight. Thank you everybody for checking in here and making a little over an hour go very, very smoothly. So this has been a regular session of the No Bark N1 ISB Newcomers Roundtable, which meets here the first and third Monday of the month. I'd like to thank the Northern Berkshire Amateur Radio Club for its sponsorship and for the use of the repeater, which we will now return back to regular amateur use. Thanks to all who checked in tonight. The net is secure at 8:35 p.m. This is Kilo Delta 2, Julia Kilo Victor, signing clear. KD2JKV, KD2JKV, go ahead.
All right, people, I'm gonna just want to tell you. I'll catch you around 4:30, okay? I'm gonna go to bed and touch you now. KD2, HNT, clear.
All right, Charles, we'll catch you later. KD2JKV.
Yeah, but, all right. I just lost my tongue. KD2. Wow, that's weird. Hey, Pete, N1 and HD.
Hey, N1, go ahead, Jason.
Yeah, well, you and Charles's calls sound so similar, so I was getting a little tongue twisted there. That newcomer, what did you say his call sign was?
I got it written down here. Kilo Delta 2, Foxtrot November Tango. Kilo Delta 2, Foxtrot November Tango.
And his name?
I got Danny.
I was just curious because that license is registered to a Dominic who got his license January 31st, 2014. So I was just wondering.
Dominic was right. I can't read my own writing, but yeah, Dominic was right. He said he was a ham for a few months, so I'm just going by what people say, and I didn't look anything up.
Yeah, I heard a new call, so whenever I hear a new call, or even, whenever I hear a new call, I like to look them up. But yeah, it says, oh, I lost it. Damn it. Scroll back up. Technician 13114. Last action 5/14/15. So that call's been active for a while. N1 NHT.
Yeah, I heard somebody out there with a comment and a question. Go ahead.
November 3rd. I'm also questioning that other call, the Kilo Delta to Foxtrot, Norway, and I'm not sure if it's golf or tango. Anybody got a better read on that? I heard Tango Oscar Ferry, Mike, over.
Hey, his call was Kilo Delta 2, Foxtrot November Tango. Foxtrot November Tango. And his name is Dominic.
Thank you very much.
I'm glad you could hear whoever that was. That was just all static to me.
Enough nets in 2 states to kind of learn to pick stuff out of static.
Yeah, it's even more difficult when you're mobile. That's why you're the master of the nets. Picture the He-Man theme going on in the background.
Yeah, I just pictured that in my head, thanks.
Peter and the master of the nets.
send your cards and letters of support to N1YCW. Again, please send your cards and letters of support to N1YCW.
Alright, what I missed?
Please send your cards and letters of support to N1YCW. Please send all cards and letters of support of these nets to N1YCW.
Okay, why are we sending Bruce cards of support?
Send him cards of support for my continuing involvement in the NOBARC K1FFK nets. Please send all your cards of support for my involvement in the K1FFK nets to N1YCW.
Oh, I thought you were saying we had to like send him a get well card or something, support. Something happened. I'm like, uh-oh, what happened to Bruce? We gotta send him get well cards now. Oh no.
Send him cards of support saying, yeah, Beer's doing great on that, so we should give him more network to do. That's what the cards and letters you can send to Bruce, and he'll take care of that. Also, I submitted a post for you.
Okay. I got a sneeze coming. Don't you hate that?
And to ensure my continued involvement into the Newcomers Roundtable, please send all cards and letters to WA1ZHM.
Hello, Peter. KD2JKV.
Andy, did you change radios again?
No, why?
When you first came in, you were sounding like really, really bad. Now you're sounding okay. What's up?
Okay, that might have been the way I was holding the mic. My mic cord is shredding on me, so I got a heat shrink around it, but I gotta shrink it onto the cable, so it might be a little bit crackly or something like that because of the outer jacket spraying on me.
Sounds like a personal problem. WA1MIU, KD2JKV.
Yeah, I'm afraid so.
What's going on, Andy? What would have been worse if he jumped out with a clown suit on.
Oh yeah, you're having an issue. You keep bringing yourself into digital. Maybe you should lock yourself into analog. Yeah, no, that's why us big trucks, when something like that happens, we're not supposed to stay buckled up and don't get out of your truck because finally, because that's how we can get hijacked by people doing that. Someone will get in front of you and they'll be like, "Hey, look at that! Look at my car! You hit my car!" And you get out to look at it, and someone else will jump in your truck and take off.
Yeah, I wouldn't have gotten out of the truck either. That guy, things I can't say over the air. My big fat thumb keeps pushing the PTT to get back to digital. But yeah, I agree with you there.
Yeah, all I know is and not being racist, but descriptive. Some Mexican gets out and he's playing charades with me. It's like I don't know what he's trying to tell me, and he's just standing in front of me, making hand gestures at me. It's like, okay, I'm afraid.
You get out anywhere and check and see if there's actually any damage to your truck?
Well, I didn't even realize what he may have been saying until after I had already dropped the trailer. See, you wouldn't have hit me. You would have hit the trailer. And anything short of an atomic bomb, and I wouldn't have even felt it. If the car hits the back of your 18-wheeler when you're fully loaded, you're not going to feel it for the most part. If you're empty, you might, but when you're fully loaded, you won't feel nothing because he just hit a big metal wall basically. But then after I had already left, and then I started watching the video off my dash cam over and over and over again, and I'm like, finally it started to dawn on me because he was in the video. You may hear him hit the horn, and I did look down at him, but he wasn't looking at me or nothing. So maybe he was trying to get my attention when he was beside of me, but then he just darts right out in front of me and makes me jack up the brakes. And it's nerve-wracking when someone does that to you and then jumps out of their vehicle. So, but after watching, I had already departed and left the trailer behind. And when it finally dawned on me that he was probably trying to tell me he hit me.
Poses a question. Are you responsible in any way if something like that happens and somebody clips your trailer?
If somebody clips my trailer, he's responsible, not me.
You know how some of these companies are, that guy hit you and you weren't paying attention or something. I just wanted to make sure that you're not going to take a fall anywhere for some numbskull clipping your trailer.
If someone rear-ended me, that's completely on him. When he jumped out in front of me, if I hit him, that could have been questionable, but that's why I have my dash cam. And even if I hit him, my camera would have showed that I was completely innocent.
You would think first rule in driving school, don't dart in front of very big trucks. You can end up a speed bump.
And I'm bad when the safety guys make you do the math, and, speed versus distance of stopping. Weight times speed, times distance, and it's like if we're doing 55 and we're fully loaded, it takes us like 3 football fields to stop or something like that. I'm really bad at the math. I hate that when every now and then they pull you in for like a random safety. It's like, all right, so if you've got this much weight and someone and you hit the brakes, how long will it take? It's like, I don't know. I'm no good at math. That's why I just keep a good safe following distance.
One NHC KD2JKV. Well, at least you know your brakes work just fine.
brakes. Basically, it's as easy as you put the ratchet on the you put the wrench on the bolt. You turn it till it's tight, and then I think you turn it back once. But the brakes have to be applied when you're doing them, which that's easy because when we don't have air supplied to the trailer, the brakes are applied. So I think we tighten them and then loose them once or something like that. But I want him to show me, because sometimes I'll go up in the main, pick up a trailer full of water, and the brakes are way out of adjustment. So then all I have is my truck brakes stopping 80,000 pounds instead of the truck and trailer brakes, and my truck brakes don't like that alone.
What do you have to do to get certified in? Okay, I'll say it. What do you have to do to get certified in brakes?
You gotta go to school for it, and whatever, however mechanics get their licenses.
Certified when it breaks?
What's that, Pete?
Yeah, that was Andy.
Andy?
Said you're certified in brakes when the brakes.
Pete, can you relay that?
He was trying to make a joke. He's the 14706 joke there from the Schenectady repeater. So just kind of nod in agreement, no matter what he says.
All right, nodding in agreement. Can you see I'm nodding? Yes. I'm like a bobblehead. Yes.
Give this to Andy if he stays over here long enough. Go ahead, Andy.
Yes, yeah. Anyway, I don't want to interrupt the QSL, so I'll let you guys have it, but I'll be in the listening mode. Whiskey Alpha 1 might get the gold uniform, Andy is kind of in the earth.
No, Andy, I think you scare me more in listening mode than you do in talking mode.
Yeah, when you're sleeping.
No, to lock the doors. WA1MIU, KD2JKV, N1NHT. Go ahead, Jason, pick it up.
Scared more when it's in quiet mode. You start hearing that.
That's the funny part. He actually has that recorded, and he walks around and plays the scenes from Psycho when you least expect it.
Peter's much prettier when he's sleeping.
Andy, what did I tell you about talking about my secrets on the air, brother?
For one, I'm not your brother. B, I can talk on the air all I want.
C, go back to your box.
Reminds me of whatever South Park episode, like up in Canada where they put all the politicians on an iceberg or something and ship them. You'll be sorry, buddy. I'm not your buddy, friend. I'm not your friend, pal. I'm not your pal, buddy. I'm not your buddy, friend. I'm not your friend, pal. Just over and over and over.
Respect my authority.
You will respect my authority. No, I just forgot what I was going to say. Bugger. Oh, yeah. So, and you're right, even though you didn't say it. I'm just going to say you're right because you must have been thinking it. It's time for me to put my Halloween ringtones back on my phone. Every year, the ringtone's the Halloween theme, or a text message is a scream or something. Well, I was out geocaching. I don't know if it was last year, maybe the year before. I was out geocaching. It's late night. I haven't been finding a couple geocaches, and it's like, you know, dark, spooky. I find a geocache. I reach up to grab it. My phone goes, and I almost drop my heart.
With Halloween ringtones on my cell phone. However, I will put Ahmed the Dead Terrorist jingle bombs on my phone when Christmas comes around.
Now, I usually have the jingle dogs.
Have you ever heard jingle bombs?
Of course, I've heard it all. And actually, you know, I'm getting a kick out of Jeff Dunham's political videos.
I'll kill you till you're dead. That's worse. KD2JKV Friday.
N1NHT, the awesome Friday. Oh, ooh, a train. The train just scared me.
Was it a real train or a model train?
Yeah, it's a real train. You know, it runs, see, I'm passing Keene exit right now, and, you know, the truck stop. Train goes right past the truck stop and lays on its horn. And it just went by and kind of scared me. I should probably put some Halloween ringtones to my mama's phone without telling her. Probably, no, that'd give her a heart attack.
I'm not sure how your mother has put up with you if you do things like that all the time, all these years.
Or you know, you heard some of them. If you want to get rid of or fear of whatever, tell your family.
But when I was a little brat, and I have no idea where we got them. They were like party poppers, where you know you pull the string and it pops out. But they looked more like a Tootsie Roll, and you string on both sides, and then you pull them apart, then explode. A nice loud snap. And I used to booby trap my house with them. I'd tack them to the inside of like the silverware drawer. So when she opens them, they explode, or to the bathroom door, or to the front door, or the closet door. I'd have them stuck everywhere. My mom would open them, and just these things would pop and scare my mom to death. Though I think now that I'm older, I think maybe she was just pretending to be scared, because I probably wasn't the most stealthy kid either. You know, my mom's in the bathroom, here I am trying to tack it to the door. I think she probably knew I was doing it.
Yeah, I got all but the first part of that because Andy train wrecked with you and he won. So do the first part of that again.
Which part of the first part? What's the first thing you heard?
The first thing we heard is about when you were younger with the poppers. We heard nothing before that because Andy tried to train wreck you.
What did I have before that? I mentioned that I was going past the Keenan exit with the truck stop where the train goes by.
Go.